Hey everybody, Enchantress here, master weaver of mystery suspense thrillers, screenplays, and broadcaster of astrology. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this, oh Lord, this weather. Okay, let's go ahead and get this astrology update done, okay? The sun is at 2 degrees of Pisces until 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? This pertains to secrets, sacrifice, solitude, and taxes. It affects placements in any sign between 0 and 5 degrees. And under these energies, one can be seen as generous, sensitive, and secretive. Where you square these energies or make a fated aspect to these energies, there can be people who are jealous of you, envious of you, spreading lies, slander, gossip about you. They may even be saying you're selfish, broke, heartless, you're secretive, things like that, especially if you have placements between 0 and 5 degrees of Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius, Leo, and Libra. Or it could be one of those signs that are talking about you, and they could be sun, moon, or rising sign people. This could be happening with a lover, a potential lover, someone at work during your daily routines, people in your neighborhoods, someone in your networks of people, siblings. Any of those people could be spreading that kind of slander about you. And like I said, they could be a Virgo, a Gemini, a Sagittarius, a Leo, or even a Libra. Okay. I would say rising or sun sign. Okay. Okay. But anyway, regardless, your sincerity and your nobleness will be seen if you're truly sincere and noble. Here, one may treat all people the same, regardless of money or status. Okay. They may even lend you some type of assistance. One attempts to use their money meaningfully under these energies, okay? Unless you have placements in Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Leo, and Libra, watch the way you spend your money, okay? Wherever you have placements in those signs. Circumstances can come in that see you having a future that looks wealthy and or plentiful, or you might be getting some type of recognition, okay? Great honors can be had and achievements can usher in dignity that can take place where you have favorable aspects to these energies, particularly Scorpio and Cancer, and Taurus and Capricorn between 0 and 5 degrees. But check the astrology in the morning on my Facebook at author Enchantress, and I'll have the written astrology posted up so you can see exactly how it's affecting every sign. Okay, so now let's talk about a 1 hour and 45 minute transit. It starts at 6:29 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is where the moon in Aries joins Chiron at 23 degrees. It ushers in healing to your image or how you're seen. Where you have placements between 20 and 26 degrees of any sign, you're privy to this healing. And under these energies, you could be more cheerful or healing an image of having no willpower or being really careless. Where you've allowed others to run the show, attempt to guide your life, influence you, or make your decisions, you're putting a stop to that. One may also stop wasting their valuable time with indulging in meaningless activities all the time and put effort towards something that benefits your image more. You know what I'm saying? It's fine to have fun and party, but you got to work and put in the work first before you party. Okay? You can't just party all the time, you know? Anyway, this can see you being appreciated, even if it's within a social circle due to an upcoming gathering. Here, one may usher in attention from the opposite gender because of your sensual nature or your natural prowess, whether you're a male or you're a female. So don't let it get you into trouble. You know, I mean, sometimes you can't help it. If you look good, you look good. It is what it is. You know, you can't stop people from liking you. What you gonna do? Hide? Anyway, moving along. Mars in Aquarius at 22 degrees is sextile to Ceres in Aries until noon Eastern Standard Time. This ushers in assistance or an opportunity to overcome a challenge or an issue up until noon on Saturday. This nurtures your good image. Oh, and remember that last transit I was talking about before, about the sun, and it's there until 10:15 a.m. It's there right now if you're looking at this on Friday, okay? But anyway, let me go back. I don't want to confuse y'all. I know I'll be talking a lot. Okay, so we're talking about the transit up until noon. Mars in Aquarius is at 22 degrees sextile to Ceres in Aries until noon Eastern Standard Time. It ushers in assistance or an opportunity to overcome a challenge or an issue. It nurtures your good image as it pertains to accomplishing a goal. Friends and social groups can be in the mix for some people. Where you have placements between 19 and 25 degrees of Aquarius, Aries, Sagittarius, and Gemini, you're privy to this assistance or opportunity. And this energy can see you putting in effort or hard work, but do know that teamwork makes the dream work. So you have people that can help you or that you're joining up with, it'll go off better, you know. Here, one may be careful, refined, pure, kind, impressionable, and discerning. One can achieve success in career despite the haters. If something needs to be looked over by a professional or somebody experienced before building on it or buying it, do that, because the homes, properties, vehicles should be checked for fire and flood damage first. If it has to do with a gathering, set the foundation first. Make sure you have your backup. Up until now, because of one's easygoing or passive nature, one may have had issues with breaking away from fraudulent people or people who are harmful to them or their reputation, wicked people, backstabbing people. If you'd allow people like this unknowingly to guide you, advise you, manipulate you, or keep you in a box or steer you, you could be overcoming that, okay? You got to have some balls, some gumption, okay? Here is where you'll have the will and the gumption to steer clear of those people who are secretly jealous or envious of you, especially if they covet what you have or mean to accomplish. For some, it's merely your image or how you show up to the world. They might just want to be you. For others, it's your spouse, your romantic partner, your wealth, or your position at work, or your authority in life that they covet. Yes, some people secretly just crave authority over your life or over your destiny. So you have to be discerning. And stop telling others what your goals are and what your plans are. They'll see it when it manifests. Let them think what they want to think, okay? It's more important that you manifest your goals than people know about what you're doing, okay? They'll try to mess it up. Your time and your energy is more valuable than you are aware. Willpower, intuition, and courage is needed to overcome challenges and needed to overcome those who mean to block you, put a cap on your success, on your rise, your destiny, your productivity, or your free will. Okay? Now, at 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's when the sun will shift to 3 degrees of Pisces, and it will stay there until Sunday morning around the same time. Okay, this pertains to secret, sacrifice, solitude, and taxes. It affects placements in any sign between 0 and 6 degrees. Under these energies, one can be reflective, kind, quiet, and inventive. Where you trine or sextile these energies, you could be coming out of seclusion and spreading kindness. If you trine or sextile these energies and you choose to remain secluded, it's because you're working on something important. Success, money can all be achieved within religion, with expressing your philosophy within the arts, the craft industry, natural healing, research, etc. Check my astrology at Author E. Ray Taronic on Facebook to see how it's affecting each and every sign, okay? But do know that Cancer and Scorpio placements between 0 and 6 degrees, see the blessings. Taurus and Capricorn placements between 0 and 6 degrees, see the assistance and or opportunities, or they're affording people the assistance and or opportunities, okay? Now, by noon Eastern Standard Time, Mars in Aquarius at 23 degrees will sextile Chiron and Aries for the rest of the day, okay? Starting noon. This ushers in assistance or an opportunity to overcome a challenge or issue that's made you look bad or impacted your image in some way. Maybe you accomplish a goal or something that sees you shining. Friends and social groups can be in the mix for others. Where you have placements between 20 and 26 degrees of Aquarius, Aries, Sagittarius, or Gemini, you're privy to this assistance or opportunity. Under these energies, you could be brave, intuitive, intellectual, artistic, curious, and overcoming some type of sickness, or if you've had a lack of energy, you can be overcoming that, okay? One can also heal their image by being more active or diving into some sort of goal or pursuit. One can also be cheerful and healing an image of having no willpower or seeming like you're just careless or too carefree, you know? Where you have allowed others to run the show, attempt to run your life, influence you, make decisions for you, that's being stopped. Even if you're an adult and you still have parents that think that they can tell you what to do. You're grown. When you answer to God, you got to answer to God. They're not going to be sitting there with you to answer to God. You have to steer your own life, okay? Because you never know what their motives are. You know, God gave you your life for you to live it, not for you to let somebody else tell you how to live it. Okay, Anyway, one may also stop wasting their valuable time with indulging in meaningless activities and put effort towards something that benefits your image. This can see you being appreciated, even if it's within a social circle or it has to do with some type of gathering or even your talents. Here, one can usher in attention from people from the opposite gender because of their sensual nature or their prowess, okay? So try not to let it get you into trouble. You could even be healing things like that, okay? I know it's hard to shake them off. Sometimes it's difficult. By 1:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, this is going to be a 1 hour and 45 minute transit. I crack myself up. I know, y'all. Just let me calm down. Hold on. Okay. This is a 1 hour and 45 minute transit. By 1:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon in Aries at 27 degrees will semi-sextile Uranus and Taurus. This is a sudden or unexpected opportunity to go for something or initiate something, okay? And it's for the betterment of your image. Where you have placements between 24 and 29 degrees of Gemini, Taurus, Aries, and Pisces, you're privy to this energy. Under these energies, one can be more cheerful, full of energy, gifted, kind, generous, talented, wise, active, ambitious, conceited, and they can attract friends. A feminine energy can play a role in your career, and it could come as a surprise because they can help you, assist you, protect you, fund you in some way. Success can be achieved if you allow this opportunity or assistance or even initiate some type of project. It can go well. Be sure to acknowledge her kindness or effort or protection or support, okay? Because you may have not have been qualified to do this if she didn't help you, whoever this feminine energy is, or it could be a gay dude with feminine energy, Moving along. By 4:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mercury will be at 21 degrees of Pisces, and it will semi-sextile Vesta in Aquarius until 9 o'clock on Sunday, 9 p.m. on Sunday. So this is a really long transit, okay? This is an opportunity to communicate your devotion or commitment to something, or maybe even it's, someone. For some, it pertains to a friend, a goal, or a social group, okay? This can be going on behind the scenes, or it could require for you to sacrifice something else. Where you have placements between 18 and 24 degrees of Aquarius, Pisces, Capricorn, and Aries, you're privy to this energy. This can be a tricky time, though. Under these energies, one can lack morals. They could be wicked, sensual, greedy, violent, excessive, and spiteful. You could be dealing with someone who merely wants to pursue pleasure, or you might be like this. You might be the one initiating this. When you chase things like this, it only lasts for a short time. So beware of how you utilize your money, okay? That's important because indulgence can lead to some type of ruin or see you being broke. And let me just say this. Those who have gotten your taxes, don't let anybody come use you up, okay? Because once that money's gone, they'll be gone. And like I said, just so y'all know, don't come my way because I owe taxes every year. Just so you know. Be mindful of mind your loins. For those contemplating secret forbidden meetings, prostitution, illegal activities, fight the urge because it could end up bad for you, okay? If you're feeling pent up aggression, don't pop off, okay? Go exercise or exert that energy with work or something like that, okay? Under this transit, vengeful deeds can cause disasters for you, okay? All the way up till Sunday at 9 p.m. But if it's success that you're aiming at or that you're chasing in career, you can see success. Also with surgeries or with medical research. So if something has been wrong with you and you're trying to find out what it is or heal it, you can do that under this transit. The last transit I want to talk to you guys about is a 1 hour and 45 minute transit. It starts at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when the moon in Taurus at 0 degree will be semi-sextile to Neptune and Saturn in Aries. Yes, Neptune and Saturn is still in Aries at that 0 degree mark. If you want to make this money or gain this resource or build your worth or your image, you'll initiate this opportunity that's here. But for some, you're helping someone else. This is a wish, a dream, or a fantasy that's at hand. The question is will you initiate it knowing that it's going to place some type of restriction or responsibility on you? Where you have placements between 0 and 3 degrees of Aries, Taurus, Pisces, and or Gemini, you're privy to this energy. You may need to be more aggressive, tough, passionate, well-equipped, intellectual, brave, clever, strong, or socially conscious though. Just try not to be quarrelsome, okay? Because some can be working to build their positive attributes to polish their image in the eyes of other people. If you've been seen as too aggressive, argumentative, or trying to stir up trouble, gossiping about people, lying about people, and different things like that. Okay, here one is attempting to protect their image, their rights, or their assets because they don't want to see some sort of loss or lose somebody. Be careful not to let temptations, gambling, vices, or other passions take precedence over what you really want to accomplish, over your higher aspiration, or who you really want. One can be seduced or prone to overindulgence under this hour and 45 minutes, okay? It'll take mental strength, talking things out, and fairness to resolve conflicts. So try to be as diplomatic as possible under this hour and 45 minutes, okay? Thanks for sticking around for the daily astrological update, and I'll check back with you guys in a few days. Bye now.